In five, four, three, two, one. What is good, everybody? It's your boy Sports PSP in the building. Uh First and foremost, before I discuss about America's game of the week between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, please, if you can, please go check out my earlier video that I did regarding the whole Philadelphia Eagles Washington Commanders game, in which I killed the Washington Commanders and their complete offense and defense, and particularly Carson Wentz and Ron Rivera. I'm just at a point right now where I just can't stand them. So please, if you can, just go check out that video. Just tell me what you think about it and much more. Now, let's get into the game between the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Prior to that game, Tom Brady was without a lot of his weapons. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, because of the suspension, because of what he did last week to Marshawn Lattimore, Julio Jones. So it was fair to say that Tom Brady was depleted at the wide receiver position. And Aaron Rodgers, of course, this year, first year without his number one target, Devontae Adams, and also first time going up against Brady since a couple years ago, since the NFC Championship game, in which Tampa went on the road to Lambeau Field to face Green Bay and beat the Green Bay Packers. This is when Green Bay had the number one seed in the NFC, and this is when Aaron Rodgers was en route to winning his third league MVP. So the Packers ended up winning the game 14-12. Tom Brady overall, 31 of 42, 271 yards, one touchdown pass. But overall, didn't play particularly well. Hasn't played particularly well these past couple of games. Doesn't look the same. It seems to me that he has some on the field and clearly off the field issues regarding his marriage between him and Giselle. For whatever reason, Tom doesn't look the same. Yes, you can say it definitely hurt Tom without his weapons, without Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, Mike Evans. But at the same time, Brady's not playing with the same fire or passion. It seems like to me, I see Brady more frustrated than ever, whether it's throwing tablets, losing his composure, whatever the case may be. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, played well enough to win the game. 27-35, 255 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 1 interception. There were times in the game Green Bay could have scored more than just 14 points. There was one point, I think it was in the second quarter, late in the second quarter, Aaron Jones did fumble a football. But the key mistakes in that game I saw from Tampa. The fumbles that they had, that Green Bay ultimately recovered, and then the final possession by the Buccaneers. After scoring the touchdown pass, Brady threw to Gage to put it 14-12 Green Bay. Of course, Tampa needed to tie the game with the 2-point conversion. But before the 2-point attempt, Tampa Bay lost 5 yards due to delay of game. And then once they actually tried the 2-point attempt, they failed. And then they tried to go with the onside kick. Unfortunately for Tampa, Green Bay recovered, and the rest was history. The game ended up 14-12 Green Bay. So, it was really a great defensive game. I just thought Tom Brady overall didn't play particularly well. There were 2 turnovers on each team. The fumble by Aaron Jones, and then the interception with Aaron Rodgers. And of course, as I mentioned, the 2 lost fumbles Tampa had. If you were looking for offense, this wasn't the game for you. But defense, this was it. I don't think you could ask better defense from this game. I'm kind of disappointed overall by Tampa, because I thought Tampa's defense did well enough just for Tom Brady to come back and win that game. And unfortunately, it just wasn't enough for Tampa and Tom Brady. I don't know what's going on with Tampa. They just don't look the same offensively. You know, within their past 3 games, they scored 19 points against the Cowboys. They scored 13 points against the Saints. And they scored 12 points against the Packers. So I'm not the best math expert in the world, but that's like 45 points. That's like an average of 15 points per game that they have scored. And I just don't think Tampa's offense looks as lethal. I don't know what's going on for Tom Brady. Do I expect him to play like this down the road? Probably not. I think eventually Tom Brady, as time goes on, he will get better. But next week, he has a big game next week, Sunday night, home game against the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off a tough loss to the Indianapolis Colts. And of course, Rodgers versus Brady, we're going to see Mahomes versus Brady. The Super Bowl rematch, the AFC Championship game rematch. So I just hope that Tampa turns it around. Defensively, you can't really ask much from them. You really can't. I mean, their defense, they held 3 points against the Dallas Cowboys. They held New Orleans Saints offense in week 2 to just 10 points. And they held Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers offense to 14. So if you do the math, 3 plus 10, 13, 13 plus 14, 27. Divide that by 3 games. Their defense is only giving up 9 points per game. So defense is not their problem. Offense is their problem. So let me know in the comment section below what changes need to be made for Tampa Bay's offense in order for them to continue and to have the season that they were expected to have. Is this a sign of things to come for Tom Brady? Is this an indication that he might be done? Did Brady make a mistake by coming out of retirement? Let me know in the comment section below. Aside from that, it's your boy Sports PSP. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening, and God bless.